guys, welcome back. So today I want to show you an arrangement on how to play Oh Happy Day. This is an old gospel song, it's been around for a long time, and I heard this in the movie Sister Act 2, and I hadn't seen that movie since I was a little kid, and it was on TV the other day, and they get to that little scene in the church where the kid busts out that crazy falsetto in the middle of the song. And so we're just going to do an arrangement that's a little bit slower tempo. We're going to kind of do the Hendrix R&B Motown style. And in the original tune, they change keys like every verse they change keys, but we're just going to play everything in the key of G. And just show you some cool little ways that you can kind of use some different chord inversions, some diminished chords, and some of those kind of Hendrix style double stop kind of moves, just to kind of, make the song sing and move a little more, add in some of the vocal melody when you're playing by yourself. Alright, so we'll start out with the intro and the verse, and it's basically just going to be G major to C major, and then we'll do some different kind of chord inversions of that, just to kind of make it move around a little bit more. So we have our Alright, so we're going to start out with G major. I'm going to finger pick all this. I'm going to have my thumb on the low E and have the D, G, and B string with my index, middle, and ring finger, right? There's a lot of muting involved here. After you hit these strings, you really want to put your palm down, right? This part of your palm, kind of set it back down there, mute out all those strings. So we'll hit the low E on 3, then have D on 5, 4 on G, 3 on B. And then after you hit that D, G, and B, go back and hit the low E on 3 again. And after you hit that low E on 3, we're going to slide in from 5 to 7 on the low E, and then pop A and D on the 5th fret. Alright, this will be like your G major first inversion. Alright. And then from here, we're going to go up here, we're going to play another G over B, right? We're going to have our thumb on the low E on 7. We're going to have 9 on D, 7 on G, 8 on the B string. This will kind of just act as a passing tone to get us back to C major, right? Just going from 1 to 4. Alright. Then we're going to have 7 on A, bar D, G, and B on 5. Okay, that'll be your C over E, your first inversion of C major. So you just have 7 on A, bar D, G, B on 5, kind of give it a little smack. Then I'm going to slide into 7 on A. I'm going to go back and forth barring D and G on 5, and go back and forth from that D and G on 5 bar to 7 on A. Do that twice. And after you do that twice, keep that bar on 5th fret D and G, hammer on and pull off 7 to 5 on D, and then just slide off 7 on the A string, alright? Alright, and then the second time, we're just going to repeat it, but we're not going to do this, we're just going to hang on this C major here, right? C over E, so you'll have... And then we start doing the vocal melody, right? Okay, so we'll have we'll slide in 5 to 7 on A, bar D and G on 5, and then put your ring finger down on 7 on D, have 7 D, 5 on G, Oh Happy. And then we're just going to slide in these thirds here. We're going to start from a half step back and get into our G major here. Have 3 on G and 2 on B, and just slide back and forth. Just do that twice. Alright. Okay, and after you slide in, everything will be the same. We just hit our low E on 3, back hitting 5, 4, 3 for that G major. Hit your low E again, slide in 5 to 7 on the low E, bar A and D on 5, get our G over B again, 7, 9, 7, 8, and then back to your C over E, Have 7 on A, bar D, G, B on 5, and give it a little smack, right? And then we'll do Oh Happy Day again. Okay, but this time we're gonna pull off instead of doing the slide. We're gonna go. Alright, so you slide in 5 to 7 on A again, bar D and G on 5, then get D on 7, 5 on G, and then have 3 on B and 4 on G, and have 5 on G with your ring finger, and just pull off. Alright, so you have Alright, then we're going to walk into this diminished line. So after you do that pull off, hit your low E on 3 again, get your 5, 4, 3, D, G, and B. After you hit that low E on 3, slide in 5 to 7 on the low E again, get A and D on 5. And after you hit A and D on 5 with that bar, we're going to walk up, we're going to have these diminished 7 chords, right? So we're going to start out a half step back. We're going to go E diminished 7 into F diminished 7. So we'll have 2 on the D string, 3 on the G string, 2 on B, and 3 on the high E. Alright, and we'll walk that up a half step to 3 on D, 4 on G, 3 on B, and 4 on E. Alright? We're going to walk this up every 3 frets. We're going to walk up this same F diminished 7. And we'll just walk this up 3 frets apiece. And I'm going to hit the D string first, right? That'll be our root. And I'm going to slide in to 6 on D, 7 G, 6 on B, 7 on E. Then we're going to slide up to 9 and 10. Have 9 on D, 10 on G, 9 on B, and 10 on the high E. Alright, so we have okay, then we get into the When Jesus Washed part. So we're just going to be comping basically an A minor 7 to a D major first inversion. We're going to have my thumb on the low E string on the 5th fret. Mute out the A, bar D, G, B, and E on 5. And then we're just going to hammer on with our ring finger to the 7th fret on the D string. So I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And on the 5th note, I'm just going to have that A minor 7. And then we're going to slide in from 7 to 9 on the A string. And after you slide in 7 to 9 on A, hit D, G, and B on 7. This will be your D over F sharp, first inversion. Alright. Then we're going to hammer on 7 to 9 on D. And then bar, get G and B on 7. Then I'm going to slide back. I'm going to go 11 G, 10 on B. And slide back to 9 and 8 on G and B, those little thirds there. Then bar and get G and B on 7. Then I'm going to slide back the other way. Go 9 on G, 8 on B, to 11 and 10 G and B. And this will walk us back in, bar G and B on 7. And it'll set us up nicely to resolve back to A minor 7, right? So you're going to have and then repeat this again on A minor 7. Walk up to your D major inversion just like we did the first time. This time we're going to go. So have this. I'm going to hit 9 on A. And then hammer on 7 to 9 on D, and then bar G and B on 7, hit that. So we have and then I'm going to hammer on bar D, G, and B on 7. I'm going to hammer on pull off 10 to 7 on B with my pinky. And then I'm not going to pluck the G string, I'm not going to pick it, I'm just going to hammer straight on to 9 on G with my ring finger. Alright, you should have enough volume to be able to make that note ring out without picking it, right? And then after you hit that, we're going to hammer on pull off 7 to 9 on G, and then hammer on 7 to 9 on D. Alright, so you have okay, then we go back and repeat it again. And this time after you get to your D major, we're just going to have our C major here. Hammer on 5 to 7 on A. Bar D and G on 5. Pop that once, and then go to 7 on the A string. And then we're going to slide in these thirds. Then we'll go 7 on D, 5 on G. Slide that up to 9 and 7 on D and G. Go back to 7 and 5. And then go 5 and 4 right out of your G major, right? Alright, so that whole little interlude pre-chorus part, you're going to have okay, then we're going to do this ending part. This is a cool little thing. We're just going to kind of make it, on the original song at the end, they kind of do this thing where they change into all these dominant 7 type of bluesy chord type of sound, right? So we're going to go. Alright, so we're just going to start out with G major. Hit your low E on 3, go 5, 4, 3, D, G, and B. Hit your low E again. Slide in 5 to 7 on the low E. Then get A and D on 5. Then go up to your G over B. Have 7 on the low E with your thumb. Have 9 on D, 7 on G, 8 on B. And we're going to walk into a C7. Alright, have your thumb on 8 on the low E. Then have 8 on D, 9 on G, 8 on B. Give it a little smack. And we're just going to walk up chromatically into G7, right? So we'll go F7. So you have 1 with your thumb on the low E, 1 on D, 2 on G, and then 1 on the B string. And then walk the same shape up a half step to your F sharp 7. 2 on the low E with your thumb. 2 on D, 3 on G, 2 on the B string. And then we're into G7. And we're going to hit this twice. I kind of hit it once with the bass and once without it. Kind of play it however you want though. Just have 3 on the low E, 3 on D, 4 on G, 3 on the B string. Okay, and then we're just going to repeat that like 3 times. And then we're going to end it. We're going to go I'm going to have this low E here. I'm going to hit that low E on 3. And then I'm going to slide this low E up to 5. And I'm going to play an A minor. Have 7 on D, bar G, B, E on 5. So you go from A minor to C. So I have 7 on D, bar G, B, E on 5. Then walk that set up, or walk that same shape up a set of strings. Have 7 on A, bar D, G, and B on 5. over your C over E, pop that twice. Then we're going to go to our G major and just slide off, right? This one we don't use our B in the root, we just have your standard G. So I have 9 on well, it's still G over B, we're just going to leave out the low E, right? I have 9 on D, 7 on G, 8 on B, and then 7 on the E string. Just slide off, right? Alright, so let's play through the whole tune from beginning to end, and we'll just go through every part really slow. Alright, so that's the whole tune. There's a lot of stuff you can pull in here from just kind of embellishing the chords and doing some of the diminished walk-ups. There's a lot of nice little things in here that you can use in so many different types of like Motown songs, gospel songs, any of that R&B type of stuff. There's a lot of little things in here that are useful, so just kind of pull from it what you will, anything that's kind of in your wheelhouse that you can apply right away to your own playing, and just kind of experiment, mess around with different chord inversions, different kind of licks in between chords, and just see what you can come up with, right? So that's everything. Practice slow, have fun, see you next time.